Hey guys, it's Kimberly from the Fat Quarter Shop, and on today's Shortcut Quilt episode, we're gonna whip up a totally charming quilt. We've never made anything like this on a Shortcut Quilt episode. The way we piece and cut is totally unique, and we're gonna be doing it with Moda fabrics. To make this quilt, you need 2 Moda charm packs and 7/8 yard of a background fabric. Today we're using the Aloha Girl collection by Fig Tree Quilts and her coordinating solid. So go to Fat Quarter Shop and go to our free pattern page and download the charm box pattern, cut your solid fabrics, label them with your Alphabitties, and let's get sewing. First, select 16 dark prints and 12 light prints from your charm packs and save your leftover squares for the border. Piece together 4 dark squares and 3 light squares. You're going to use a 2.0 stitch length, Aurifil color 2000, and a 1/4 inch seam allowance. You'll press your seams toward the dark, and we're going to make 4 charm rows. Now lay out your 4 charm rows with 2-inch strips on the side and your 2.5-inch strips on the inside. You're going to sew everything together, and what you want to do is match your centers of your background and match your centers of your charm rows. Pin in the center and pin out. Then sew it together and you've got your charm box unit. So now we have our charm rows horizontal, and this is where we get unique. We need to make 3 9-inch strips. So we're going to cut a 9-inch strip, a 9-inch strip, and another 9-inch strip. Now, I've made this quilt a few times, and have I cut it wrong? Yes. So I have a tip for you so you don't cut it wrong. We have to make 9 inches. This charm pack measures 4.5 inches across. So we need to cut 2.25 inches on both sides of your charm pack. So I'm going to take my Creative Grids ruler and I'm going to find 2.25 inches. I'm going to line it up right outside this charm square. I'm just going to draw a line with my Frixion pen. I'm using Frixion because it disappears with heat later. So I'm going to rotate my quilt. And I'm just going to measure 9 inches out 3 times. Now, you're going to have some excess fabric on the left and the right, and that's okay. We're just going to discard that fabric. So now let me grab my rotary cutter. So we've got these lines, and they're just going to be general lines for cutting, but you do want a straight line up and down. So I'm going to use my ruler. I'm going to line up a line on the ruler with a center seam. I'm going to cut. Then I'll just pull my ruler down and lining up with where I already cut, I'm going to cut. So now I'm going to grab a second Creative Grids ruler. I do want to have an accurate 9 inches from the edge. So I've got an 8.5 inch ruler, and I've added 1/2 inch on this one, and we're going to cut. And since you've got this, you can put your hand on the left ruler, slide this ruler up, and cut. You're just going to continue until you have 3 cut. Now we're going to take our 9-inch strips. We're going to add 3 1/8 inch background strips and sew them together. Now you can see instantly why this is a shortcut quilt. If we hadn't pieced this way, we would have had to cut the charm packs, then we would have had to piece them together, sash them, and double sash them. This is a shortcut quilt, fast and easy and totally unique. Now let me show you how to do the borders. All 4 are exactly the same. You just sew together 8 charm squares. And just like the rest of this quilt, it's super simple sewing. First, add your side borders. Then add your top and bottom borders. And we're all done. Thanks for watching our Charm Box Shortcut Quilt episode. And you know at Fat Quarter Shop we like to make everything cute. So we've got this version that's mini and it uses Moto Mini charm packs. So make sure to download that and I'll see you next time.